In this video, we're going to be going over the newest update to the Kraken template, which will be version 1.1.0 beta. It has not been fully tested, but if you are willing to do that and give us feedback on how it works, that would be great. So this can be found on the Kraken template page. You switch your branch from main to the easier updating one. You can download the zip, unzip it, and then open it in VS Code. So now many changes have been made. We just did some reorganizing of files and added one. So you'll no longer be using main.cpp at all. But these are the three main files you'll be working in: devices, driver, and auton. We've done this to try and simplify it so that within these three files that you're working in, there's nothing that you don't mess with. So everything here you can utilize, and that just makes sure you don't have to skip over things you don't need to use, and makes them easier to read. And then also we've designed it so that all these three files that are used only by you are within a user folder here, which means in the future any updates that we push will be to the Kraken template folder here, which means to update it from whatever version you're using to the latest, it'll be a lot easier because it's only the stuff in here or in the include file that is changed. We'll try our hardest not to mess with these three files, so you can just copy these files over or use terminal to update just certain files, and that will mean you don't have to go into each file and copy every single line from what you've written into your updated version. We hope this makes it easier, but we haven't had any tests with it, so we'll see. So now I'm just going to go over how to use these three files. Devices.cpp is where you set up all your devices. So that's your chassis, motor, pneumatics, and sensors. So it starts with the chassis setup, same with before. Motors, brake mode, speed, IMU, and wheel diameter. And then here's where you create your sensors. Same way as before, motor.newMotor, name, port, you can give it a keybind. And same with sensors and solenoids, do that all within this initialize devices function. And then we have the print to LCD task, which used to be in the config.cpp file. And this is where you set we want print to the brain screen. And then here's the print to controller task, which is the same thing but printing to the controller LCD. This feature's still work in progress. We'll see if it might throw errors, so be careful with that. And then the rest of your chassis setup, so your driving style, if you have odometry, and then also this feature that's a work in progress is default PID constants. So if you find something that works pretty consistently for you for all your movement, you can just set it once here, and then you don't have to deal with that in your auton function. It'll already be set here. Your driver.cpp is where your driver function is. So that's where you add all your motors and your chassis for driver control. This is also where you do your logic, where like if rotation get rotation, I think we called it rotation dot get angle is greater than 100, then you can go and move this motor or just turn it on. Actually, so we'll say like 90 is your voltage. And then you can do a delay or something. So this is where your driver control logic is under the driver file. And then auton.cpp hasn't changed much. You still create your auton functions here, add them to the brain here, or to the cycle for selecting. And then you still don't want to mess with this. That's to select the auton. Leave that alone. But this is where you set the button for selecting auton. So it's the one that allows you to cycle through the list of autons. And that's it for this update. If you use it, let us know any errors you encounter, because it's still in beta and hasn't been fully tested, and we'll try and push this to the main branch as soon as we are confident that it works well, but it should. Thanks for watching. We'll do another update once it's fully released and into what we're working on after that, which is probably odometry.